I just wanted to make a real simple video for the very beginners that are carving eyes, that want to start carving eyes. Now I have two different ways, and there's lots of different ways. This is a piece of Western red cedar fence board, so there's not much depth in here, and it's not very good cedar to carve to top it off. So at this point, you got your nose cut in here, you got your mustache, and the bridge of your nose right here, your eyebrows. I think it's important to have your eyebrows perfect the way you want them, like level with each other, not like this. If you want expressions, you can do that, and you can carve them so they're like this up here too. Pretend all this wood was removed. But we're just gonna do the very basic ways to do eyes I do. And like I said, this is not the best cedar. So let's start. You do a dot here and a dot here. Try and get those dots to be the same. You can also do a dot here, bring them across. We're just going to leave that one like that, but we're going to bring this one across, and we're going to go like this. So now you kind of want to make a football shape in here. This is going to be the first way we do an eye. Now, you want to carve around this eye and make this eye stick up, elevated from here. So I'm sure you're going to do, I'm going to carve deep. The deeper that you carve this and you make this the more elevated off the cheek, the more it's going to look around after a while. So I think I'm going to just use this is a silver burr, Kutzall flame burr. Like I said, I'm going to cut around here deep, and then I'm going to bevel the wood off down this way. I'll spin it, and I'll bevel the wood up this way. All right? All right. Ignite the dust fan. And this is just to get you going with carving eyes. Then you can figure out how you want to do it. Now I'm going to remove the wood down here. Spin it, remove this wood up here. I'm going to remove some wood on the side right here. Okay, so that's how quick that is. Now you want it, like I said, the deeper that you carve inside here and make this stick out, the more rounder you can make this in here. Now I've always struggled by doing it this way. My eyes always seem like they end up flat. So now we want to round this off inside here, get rid of the sharp edges. You see how it's like a round ball in there? Like I said, the deeper that you cut there and round this off, the more round it will be at the end. So now, and this is really fast. I don't want this video to drag on. Now you can make your eyelids any which way you want. You can make them like this, then they go down, like this. Remember that dot there? So look how much lower this is than here now. So bring it up. We'll just cut this in as a regular eyelid. Now it's better to make the top one more round and the bottom one more square, more flat. That I learned that from Brownson Artworks. Now I think I'm going to switch burrs. I'm going to switch over to the this is the Kutzall gold burr. the taper burr. If you want to get these burrs, just go to the description below. It'll take you to the Kutzall site. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here, and then we'll talk. So you got your eyelids drawn on, right? Now you want to plunge into this corner, like dig deep into this corner, spin it, then dig deep into this corner. Now when you dig deep into this corner, and you dig deep into this corner, then you want to round it off on the inside any which way you can. So let's start here. If I cut through, I cut through. Okay, see how I dug deep in there? Now let's do this corner. I dug deep in this corner too. See, now you're starting to get an eyeball in there. Now you want to just gently connect the dots. Now round it off. So there's an eyeball in there. Like I said, this cedar's terrible. See, the deeper that you dig in there, the more round it looks. Now I say on all my videos, it's easiest to do eyeballs looking this way or looking this way, up or down. But I think this left or right's the easiest. Now, just look at the piece and try and make it as round as you can inside there. See? You know, you can cut even deeper, but I'll probably cut through if I cut deeper. Anyways, you get my point of that. This is not going to end up perfect. So now you can switch burrs. Now this next burr I'm going to use is, I got other ways to do it, but I'm just going to keep this simple. This is the Dremel 125 bit. All right. Now, Ryan Cooktop introduced me to this burr, Dremel 125. This burr, when you don't have it hooked on a flex shaft, this burr burns and carves the wood at the same time. Dremel 125. You get them smaller too. So now we're going to just cut our top eyelid in. Not cut it in, but give it some texture. Now I can do a nice thin line around the eyeball inside there. Oops. There's always going to be that one point in the eye where it's really hard to get it with your Dremel. You just got to, sometimes you got to lay it flat. All right, now see how it's round in there? Now, you can do the eye duct right here. And your bottom eyelid needs to go underneath your top eyelid. You can bring it down like this. And you can give it those what is it called, crow's feet. Lots of stuff you can do. Now, chainsaw carving, you can just go like this. There's your eye. Now you can give it a bunch of lines under here. You can clean up in here. That's it. As long as you learn how to plug in those two corners, as long as you can learn how to plug into those two corners, your eye's going to look round. Now, that's the way I used to do it. Now, I kind of have another way to do it now. And this other way is a lot faster for me. It's maybe not necessarily better. You can do a thin line across that pupil now. All right, get your sander, sand it up. That one will be looking kind of up at you. So like I said, my eyes always kind of seem flat when I do it that way. So now, this other way I'm going to do, let's see if I can explain it properly to you guys. Let's see here. I think I'm going to use this, I need to find the proper burr. So, right here. Here's the, I think this is a taper burr. Yeah, it's the Kutzall taper. It's the silver one. Like a reverse cone. So I don't know if this would be the right burr, but let me just fix something up here. You know, you can also slope your eyelids down lower to match the eyeball too, but we're going to talk about that here. So now I'm not worried about this one's dropped a bit, but let's cut this one. All I do right now is I just plug into this corner, I spin it, and then I plug into this corner. Okay? All right, so you're plugged into both corners. Plug deep in there and plug deep in there. Now I should have had my lines drawn on, but now we want to round it off on the inside there. And just take your time. I'm rushing to speed up this video, but smooth it off. You just got to keep working it. Now look how round that looks in there. So now I'm going to cut my bottom eyelid and my top eyelid in. Just go around here, cut in there deep, try and sink it down too to where your cut is inside there. Okay. Now I'm gonna, well, you got to take this down in here too. Remove the wood underneath the eyelid. Clean up inside the eye here. Above the eyelid. Round it off some more. Remove some more wood. Now we want to shape our eyelid to match the eyeball. Just go above it. Take your time. Give it the eye duct there. Those feet. Put some lines under here. You can get your little detail bit. This way works way better for me, and I'm rushing it. When you're carving eyes, where'd that Dremel bit go? Still, I'm going to pause it. When you're carving eyes, that's when you really should take your time. So now all we're going to do is just do a deep cut around the eyelid, top eyelid, and the bottom eyelid. All right. Now, a thin line on the inside, so your eyeball's here, just really thin inside there. Then you can give it the your eyebrows right here. So there's your eye in there. Your eyebrow. Actually, I went a little bit too deep here. Your eyebrow, you can do a cut here. You can do cuts in here. The sky's the limit. So now let's make this eye look like it's looking this way. Now you don't have to tell me it's messy. And then you just give another mark inside here. Try and make it round in here. That's it. Your eyebrows, you can feather this out more. I know it's messy, but I don't know. Got one eye on today and the other eye on tomorrow. Hope it helps. Okay, the fan's gone. It's more quiet now. But I just want to explain something and repeat myself. The deeper that you make each corner of the eye and make it rounder in there, don't be afraid to cut deep into this. Where's a pencil? Don't be afraid to cut deep into here. I can get cut way deeper, but this board's pretty thin. And cut deep into this corner. And it's gonna look rounder in there. See? Deep. I can do way deeper in here and way deeper in here. And then you get a nice curve inside here, right? Nice and round. Then that's when you bring the eyelid down towards closer to the eyeball. It doesn't need to be sticking way off. Like this one right here. See how that eyelid's sticking way off? If I carve that eyelid lower towards the eyeball, this whole eye would seem a lot rounder. But I didn't do it. But anyways, there you go. I hope it's helped you. And sorry about the beachcombing video I deleted. I don't know what happened. Well, I do, but it happened.